Orleans jail. 2 are still on the run.
One of them, Antoine Massey, has since been seen on social media in a viral post in a home that has since been raided. Officials were able to locate some of his clothing that they believe he wore during the filming of that video. But as for Derrick Groves, that is a different story. He appears to have vanished. WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor joins us live from the Orleans Parish Justice Center with the very latest on the manhunt.
Good evening to you, Travers and Sully. Yeah, law enforcement officials tell me that Derrick Groves is a convicted killer, which is likely why he probably feels he has nothing to lose at this point.
When you watch the video of him walking down Barone Street with Mr. Massey, you see that he has a very particular gait.
May 16th around 2 a.m. Officials say Derrick Groves and 2 other escapees are seen here walking in downtown New Orleans. Law enforcement says it's the last confirmed time Groves was spotted. Nearly 3 weeks later, and officials say Groves could be disguising himself in plain sight.
His face is definitely out there. So perhaps he has grown some facial hair, perhaps he has changed the color of his hair. But the one thing he can't change is the fact that he's a very tall individual.
Since the escape, videos of Antoine Massey have surfaced on social media, leading to a house raid in the 7th Ward. Officials didn't find Massey, but they did find a trace. But Groves, a convicted killer, has largely remained in the shadows.
He has nothing to lose. He's been convicted by a jury unanimously of murder. He's looking at the rest of his life in Angola.
Officials say social media played a huge role in getting Groves convicted in October for the shooting deaths of 2 people on Mardi Gras in 2018. So it's likely you won't see him there. They also say it's likely that people are helping both of the escapees at this point.
He's not a community guy, so why not turn him in? It's a disservice to themselves as well as the community.
In the end, I think both of these men are going to run out of support. They're going to run out of friendship networks. They're going to run out of food and clothing.
But officials say Groves may still be here in Louisiana.
So I would say to everyone, be on the lookout.
I was shocked to hear his son, DeKeenan Dennis, escaped from the Orleans Parish Jail, but says that he's glad he was caught quickly and safely. Good evening once again. I'm John Snell.
And I'm Meg Gatto. As Andres Fuentes reports, that father now pleads for his relative Derrick Groves to turn himself in.
Before state troopers flew 24-year-old DeKeenan Dennis by helicopter to Angola, they let his father, Kimmy Jacob, speak to him face-to-face at their city headquarters.
I asked him, I said, well, son, did anybody coerce you, you know, what happened? He was like, no, Dad, I see an opportunity, and I took it. Did nobody buck me up to leave or nothing like that.
Investigators found Dennis in New Orleans East, the same day he and 9 other inmates escaped the New Orleans jail. Jacob thinks the primary reason for his son's jailbreak was due to conditions at the facility and his criminal past, when he carjacked a pizza delivery driver in Chalmette as a teen and served 5 years behind bars.
He take Ritalins, he take all kind of things for depression, ADHD. My son been suffering with that since he's been incarcerated since the age of 16.
Jacob says he's glad that his son was captured by police without any fuss, and he pleads that his second cousin, Derrick Groves, does the same. Groves is a convicted 4-time killer who is one of the inmates still on the run 3 weeks after the jailbreak.
But if you keep running, that's gonna make the situation worse. Come in with the right people, your family, who you trust, get your lawyers.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back, another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as we is now 22 days in, and one of the craziest stories we've seen in a while on the internet is 10 inmates broke out of the New Orleans Justice Center, and 2 of them are still on the run as we currently speak. And I had a link in the description where you can watch the clip at the beginning in full from WDSU and Fox 8 out of New Orleans as it keeps getting more information coming. Now 2 of the escapees, Dennis and Derrick Groves, are actually cousins. You heard his father speak right there, Dennis's father, who said he'd been going through things since he was a teen. He was in there with him and escaped with him, and he was facing kidnapping charges and a long list of other crimes as well this time around, but eventually was caught the same day. But Derrick Groves is still on the run, and as y'all heard right there, even though we've seen Antoine Massey on the internet, They are saying he has vanished. And I'm going to tell his cousin, his uncle, you know, when your uncle be older than you, you'll call him your uncle. I mean, your cousin be older than you. At times you'll look at him like an uncle or whatever. He ain't finna turn himself in because it ain't no making it no better for himself at this point in time. He feel like he ain't got nothing to lose. Two are currently still on the run, Antoine Massey and Derrick Groves. Massey has since been seen on social media in a viral video in a home that has since been raided. Officials were able to locate some clothing they believe he wore during the filming of the video. But as for Groves, it is a different story. He appears to have vanished. WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor was live from the New Orleans Justice Center with the latest on the manhunt. Law enforcement said Groves, a convicted killer, has nothing to lose at this point. Officials said social media played a huge role in getting Groves convicted in October for the shooting deaths of two people on Mardi Gras in 2018. So it's likely you won't see him there. Another interesting fact, WDSU was told Groves was still awaiting sentencing since being convicted in October 2024. Officials said if he had been sentenced earlier, he likely would have not been at OJC and unable to escape, meaning he would have been at a different prison, and they would have said his likeliness of breaking out of there wouldn't have been at this level right here, them getting out. But him on the run, and most definitely condolences to the people with the murder situation and everything like that, they family, they loved ones, they seeing this go on, somebody that did that to somebody they love and care about. This getting to this level for him is like, bro, he just gonna keep running, dog, till they catch him, because he probably like, nigga, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in prison. I already know this. I got these murders on me and things, convicted outright, and he not gonna speak up. As they said, social media is what got him caught up in the murders that he's convicted of already. Now, as for Antoine Massey and other people, there's been 13 other people arrested with assisting them in this case since they broke out of jail, supposedly, allegedly. We shall see what happens with it. But yeah, for them to put it out there, he's completely vanished, is like, yeah, he's staying off the radar, he's staying out the way. And they looking at it now like, we got to wait till they run out of resources, they run out of help. Because at this point in time, it's seeming like they got to be getting help from somebody. I don't know. This is one of them ones, bro. This is like a real live movie at this point. 22 days in, man. They've been broken. 2 a.m. in the morning. They broke out. Y'all seen them running. It's a wild situation right here. People is into it. I'm going to keep y'all updated on it. I just say this, man. This is a wild one here, nigga. I'm like, bro, 2025. All I can say is, capital C's, controversy, chaos, confusion, conflict, and confrontation, part of the conversation to keep the algorithm in rotation. And I think that everybody want to stay out of these type of situations. Jail, breaking out, running, facing life in prison, ain't got nothing to lose. You probably feel like a corner backed in on you, and you going to look back at something you done did like, bro, was this worth it? Is this what it is? But then you put somebody in the habitat, they probably like, hey, nigga, I ain't trying to do this much prison time anyway. So some people probably be like, nigga, I'd rather them kill me on the run than sit up here and just be in here for the rest of my life. But I don't know. I don't know all the facts of their cases and stuff like this, but it's a wild time. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that 1000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.